Under what circumstances, when you are engaged in a legal process, legal juridical process, are you given 7 days to respond? Well, in the state of Texas, a 7 day appeal can occur in connection with certain cases around probate court, right? I mean, there's other context, but there's a specific 7 day period in order to challenge something, right? Presumably, the USA Today published an article on June 1st of 2018. I don't recall seeing it before. McCoy and Shell. Nice, right? The problem is, this discusses matters that occurred in a tweet from Donald Trump, and it says it occurred in 2018, but that's not how I remember it. In June through July of 2017, Donald Trump was in a situation where he had been revealed as being involved in something problematic because he had released a tweet and was accused of leaking numbers that were going to be presented in a jobs report from the federal government. I do not know or remember what the specific information was that he was alleged to have leaked, but at the time, they were discussing it from a perspective of potential insider trading considerations. In performance of his job duties, he was releasing information before it was publicly available. This is not about depoliticizing market moving financial data or safeguarding as if there is an interest, a national interest that needs to be safeguarded. That's not what it was about in the summer of 2017. What else happened in the summer of 2017? Well, around the time he was sending that Twitter that got him challenged for his intent, there was a release by the Office of the State Auditor of Texas concerning an update to an earlier audit performed on jobs numbers here in Texas, specifically jobs numbers and the relationship with tax basis concerning a specific kind of empowerment zone designation. I happened upon this the same time they were doing some sort of transformation in how they provided services to the homeless. In that report provided by the State Auditor of Texas, among the many things it discussed was how they had to make a correction for a difference of 19%, that they were off in reporting certain numbers data by 19%. The original follow up report to an earlier audit did not say whether it was over or under 19%. It wasn't until 2 years later that the audit, the follow up audit, reflected whether or not it was a decrease or increase of 19%. My understanding when I read that was that without explication and without confirmation by the auditor, it sounded as if they were hedging on 19%. And whether it was over or whether it was under was a matter for determination at a later point in time. But at the time, my major concern was that they discussed how there had been a breach of accounts, that there were accounts that were connected officially with the state of Texas, that during the time frame they were supposed to be performing the audit had been made accessible to people that were not qualified to have access to that information. It just so happened the number of accounts, presumably state of Texas accounts, that had been breached was the same number of commissions that were reauthorized by Barack Obama on his during his second term of office to be in effect until September 25th of 2017. My concern was that in this report, inherent in this report, was information that the state auditor of Texas was revealing about how people within the state government in Texas were engaging in illegal activity on behalf of and understanding they were empowered or covered by some sort of executive privilege that had been provided to them under the term of Barack Obama, and that they were operating still as if they were under the command authority of Barack Obama. I believe that those accusations have been meted out since then. Something very substantial happened on September 25th of 2017. Very important. Something very substantial happened on September 30th of 2017. And so now we're at a situation where they want to delay for a year this information with these references. This is not accurate. It may well have been that the commission, see, you swapped it. The commission expired on September 30th. September 25th, 2017 was the date that a 25-year bond was supposed to mature. 5 days difference. Now it's 8 days after 3 years since this presumably was dated, but it's referring to something that happened the year before. What was that audit? What was that audit number? Did you send that audit, both the original audit and the follow-up audit, along with that case that you wanted to make scenarios out of? Because without those audits, do you know what you can fucking do? Yes, you fucking do. You absolutely know. And that's why nobody's gotten back to me in going on 4 years. 5 years. 15 years. Right?